We know who we have at as some of the guards on the team: Javon Carter, Kobe White, Ayodo Sumu, just to name a few. But we here to talk about how can these guards on the Chicago Bulls compete with the other guards around the NBA. And then we jump into the mailbag. You know, we're going to get all into it, but you got to hear the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm with my dog, CDubb. How you doing, boy?
And I'm feeling after that madness last boy. Let's get talking about the Bulls, bro.
Damn. For real. The Bears broke our heart on Sunday, so we got to talk about the Bulls to this day. Bro, if you like what you're listening to today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so every time we drop, you'll be one of the first ones to know. Now, CDubb, can the Chicago Bulls guard compete with other guards around the NBA? Before I let you go, I got to break it down to what we are looking at. We are looking at Javon Carter, a guard that has never started in his NBA career thus far. Last year, in 22 minutes of action, gave his respective team, the Milwaukee Bucks, 8 points, 2 assists. Kobe White for the Chicago Bulls in 23 minutes of action gave the Bulls 10 and 3. Ayodo Sumu in 26 minutes of gameplay gave the Chicago Bulls 8 and 2. So just looking at those numbers from last year and knowing what you know about basketball and these players, can the Chicago Bulls guards compete with other guards around the NBA?
You mean the point guard position?
The point guards, yep.
Yeah. So when you look at these three players we got, none of these players are your elite players. Like you're talking about Steph Curry, you're talking about Damian Lillard. They not that, but they all are great competitors, and they all bring something different to the table. Ayo Dusumu brings youthfulness and an absolute appetite to compete. He competes against all of them. Look how he competes against Trae Young. I pretty much put him up there top of one of the elite point guards in the NBA, and some more, and other players besides Trae Young he competes against. You got Javon Carter. He's a young player, but he got a little bit more experience out here, and he's definitely a dog, and he competes on the defensive end, close to elite to me. And he can spot up, hit a different three, bringing a different offensive package than Ayo brings. Ayo is more fast break. He can hit you with the mid range. He used to do it in Illinois University. I don't know what the hell happened. He just stopped doing it, but you see it here and there. And then Kobe White is like the wild card, because I think Kobe White has a chance to have an elite offensive game. He's a three level scorer. He can shoot it from three, mid range, and get to the basket. And he's decided to play defense last year. He getting in a defensive stance, and he's guarding the best players. All of them put together, I think that makes for a great competitive point guard room.
I agree with you, and I think the reason I think about it like this is that I don't think that the Bulls. Now, if you're going individual, I don't think the Bulls can match up. But if you talking about as a collective, with all these guys being able to stick defense and give you some more than the other, maybe offensively, you could do it as a collective. These guys can compete collectively. You know what I'm saying? Especially since Billy Donovan likes to go with these crazy guard lineups, you could definitely see Kobe White and Ayo Dosunmu on the floor together, and they'd be able to, bring something to a game that makes, them guys be able to compete. And I would say the number one thing that these guys all have that can put them, at least in competition to where they can, earn the respect of their opponent, and that's the defensive end. We know Javon Carter, he's a bulldog on defense. Ayo Dosunmu, when he locks in and he's focused, he can be elite too. On that level, especially with the size and the length that he has. And then Kobe White, a guy that worked on his game, and you seen him take steps forward and be able to sit in that chair. I think that's the way that the Chicago Bulls will have to address this type of thing, because it ain't too many Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, SGAs in this world right now, or at
Yeah.
least in this league. So in the Bulls, they don't have that. Did they have that in Lonzo Ball? Absolutely. Somebody
Yeah.
who can compete a little bit more. But this will have to be by committee for sure.
Yeah. And it is a little small chance that Kobe White is that guy. I love his talent. It's a small chance that he can be one of those good, one of the, one of those up and coming good point guards out there. He got the skill set to be that. But you are right. As a collective, the Bulls can compete with any point guard room in the league.
Yeah. So I like to leave it at that because I don't really think that the Bulls gonna have somebody who comes out and is gonna have like average 25 and 5, not with the players that's on this team. So they'll have to find ways to be able to compete with these guys that's elite around the league in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
So y'all let us know how y'all feeling about that in the comment box below so we can chop it up for the day. But hey, now we get into the nitty gritty, the voicemail bag. This first one right here is gonna come from my guy Big O.
Damn, man, this big old fellas, man. Hey, that damn 3 minutes keep getting. Hey, look, yeah. So every team is really guard heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look around the league, like I heard you say at CDubb, like Steph Curry, Scoot, Shea Gildress, um, you know what I'm saying? Dame, Trey Young. It just go on and on. Like, so for Carly to just find a spot where he can play in the NBA, it's gonna be hard. Like, cause I do believe if a team give him a chance, I believe he can produce somewhere. But it has to be like Washington or something. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to convince a team that ain't gonna do nothing to play you behind to play you behind I can't forget the goddamn you remember the goddamn boy name. But yeah, to play you over there behind one of their young guys that they may want to groom on that, you know what I'm saying, that they probably already been looking at. So for to make it in the league as a point guard is extremely hard, especially a small point guard. We see small point guards, you gotta be a really great scorer or a really great visionary. You know what I'm saying? Because the Isaiah Thomases, the Fred Van Vliets of the world, like Fred Van Vliet still going. But like the minute that, you know, a team feel like he too little to get them over the hump, they gonna dump him. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna be hard for him to find a job. Like it's extremely hard as a point guard. It's just like, and it's a lot of factors, not only because it's a lot of point guards, but also because um, there's taller point guards, 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" guards these days. So I mean that's just what it is. But Carly gonna get his money. He gonna do, you know, he gonna find a spot playing pro ball somewhere. So kudos to them. Hey, y'all boys keep doing y'all thing. I'll catch y'all on the next.
All right, so that's from Big O. He pretty much gave a response to when we talked about Carlick Jones and his chances of actually playing NBA minutes. CDubb, go ahead and tell us what you think.
Oh, that's a great. I love this mailbag right here, Big O. I appreciate that. I do like the team that you announced, the Washington Wizards. That's Jordan Poole you was talking about, who's going to be running the point guard position. I think they also got the
Nah,
kid
Jordan
from
Poole should be running a 2 and Tyus Jones should be the point.
Tyus Jones is there.
Yeah.
I still think there'll be room for
Jordan Poole.
no, for the kid to go over there and play coming off the bench. He got to come off. Somebody got to
Right.
get a rest. But you are right. It's hard for a small player, and then I do think you're gonna have to be extraordinary in a certain aspect of basketball, or have a superpower like a Chris Paul, or look at Cam Payne. Didn't Cameron Payne just get cut today?
Cameron, he did get cut.
He got cut today. A 6 foot
But
point guard.
yeah, but you could definitely say that, man. He definitely at least gave some life to
Yeah,
the Phoenix Suns the last few years. But
yeah.
with him being able to contribute in a way.
But why did you think they cut him? It's got to be his size is a point. It ain't to
Yeah.
define it, but his size.
Yeah,
So
a little bit
so
of
you already got
everything.
it. It got it you to close. You got it in. You already got it against you when you deprived of height. So I'm not gonna give up on him. I believe in the kid. I just don't think he'll fit in on this group. It's a little bit too many players, too much talent here. But I think he can find a spot and help a team out.
For sure. I definitely hope that he could, even if it would some way, somehow, it would have been nice with the Chicago Bulls, but the way that the makeup of the team is, and I think that the Bulls are trying to just push probably not all their chips in the center of the table, but they definitely gonna like they might leave 2 or 3, but they pushing in the table so they
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see if they
yeah,
can recoup some of their money back for
yeah.
sure. But thanks, Big O. Appreciate you
That's
for
good.
supporting the channel, my
That was a
guy.
good one.
For sure. So this next one, we move on to a first time caller who said he ain't never called into nothing, but he called into this.
Who is that?
Here's Cornelius, man. Here's your voicemail.
Hey man, it's Cornelius. It's my first time leaving mess to anything. But let's talk about this Lonzo Ball situation. Lonzo Ball, you gotta understand where this front office and this GM come from. Who won a championship last year? I think their name is the Denver Nuggets, right? AK is cut from that cloth. They had a player that's kind of in the same situation, similar situation as Lonzo. His name was Jamal Murray. Now, Jamal Murray, we all thought it was over for him. We all thought it was done for him. But guess what the team did? They stuck with him and they wrote it out. To say this to all y'all. I don't care what you say. This team was built for him. Say it again. This team was built for Lonzo. I don't know when people be like, oh, this team was built for Zach, built for DeMar. Okay, it was really that way. Yeah. What's the result is with them two? Like I said, last year we had both of them for a pretty short time. And yeah, we could say the point guard or whatever, yeah. But the key point guard, and like I always tell everybody, he was the key. He was the one to unlock everybody's full potential. Is Lonzo Ball. So I'm just, just gonna leave it at that, man. Like, that's how important Lonzo Ball is. The same way Jamal was important to Denver. And Denver was patient to wait because they cut from the same cloth because the guy who drafted him all is now with us. Shout out to y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right. So that's from Cornelius. To me, it's a great take. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie to you.
it is.
What you think?
First of all, it's great to draw that comparison to Jamal Murray in that situation in Denver. I think he missed 2 whole seasons, if I'm not correct, and he came back and won a championship last year. Is that right?
He
He
only
missed
missed
two.
1 year.
He only missed 1 year. It seemed
He
like he
went out.
missed.
He went out early in 2020 season 2021. He only missed a year, damn
He
it.
only
I
missed.
pull it up. I go ahead and I
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
correctness.
So and you see what happened to the team when they got a fully healthy Jamal Murray back, and you take a gamble to make sure that he's going to be right when he comes back from injury, and they lucked out, and he came back to normal. I think he was even better, which is amazing to me. In the case of Lonzo Ball, it is a similarity, but when you're dealing with Chicago fans, the patience is thin, bro. Chicago fans want results right now. If they had the wait, I ain't gonna even. It's just the way that it is, dude. And I do agree with you. I don't know if the team was built around Lonzo Ball. I kind of think they just threw a whole bunch of talent together, and just hoped that it'll work out. But Lonzo exactly was that person that made this machine go. He made this machine go to the tune of a number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference until he got hurt. And that's just the fact. Now, I do think they're gonna give him a chance when he gets off his injury next year. They definitely gonna give him a chance. They got too much money they done lost on him. This is my personal belief. So we'll see. Will Lonzo ever return back to where he was? We will see in Chicago for sure.
So Jamal Murray, he in season 2021, 20 and 21. He only played 48 games, missed the entire 2021-22 season, and came back this season. So he only missed 1 year.
Yeah.
That's what kind of makes it different for me, is because Lonzo Ball right now is about to miss 2.5 seasons. So that's the difference. And like, I'm with you. We've been preaching patience, but the patience right now ain't adding up to what the hell the production is. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where I get frigidity at and get a little ticked off, is because, for one, we seen Lonzo Ball go down, and then they came back with, we're gonna run the continuity thing. You don't have to fully go out and try to replace him, but can you go out and try to have somebody fill in to be competent? What would have early look at Patrick Beverley done for the Chicago Bulls versus just having him for the second half of the season? We don't know, but we do know in that second half of the season, it brought some life. It brought some life. For a whole season, we don't know what it could have been, but they could have definitely did something else. And your last point, the only thing I'm gonna say is I do think the team was built around Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Lonzo Ball fits in because I believe he was signed to orchestrate the offense. Look at Billy Donovan's track record with his most success behind Russell Westbrook as his point guard and Chris Paul as his point guard. You know, two dynamic guys with one with an IQ that's at least good enough to win some games, and one with an IQ that's very, very high that can push you over the top. Lonzo Ball has that IQ. He just, right now, unfortunately, he's been hurt. That's what it comes down
no fault
to.
of his own neither. So it's gonna be interesting. We still got some ways to go with this Lonzo saga, though. But this year ain't about Lonzo. We gonna forget about Lonzo to 2024.
For sure. All right, y'all. Y'all know we couldn't do a mailbag without going to Auntie's Corner. She said call it Goon's Corner. We gonna ignore that and call it Auntie's Corner. But this is the voicemail from Auntie Goon. She has a message for Ayo Dosumu and Ayo Dosumu only. Here it is.
Ooh, that's her son.
Good morning, nephew. No, I'm just not getting there. I know it's early in the morning, but it's late early in the morning. This message is for Ayo and Ayo only. I couldn't let this day go by without saying something to my son. You knew I was coming back. You knew your mama was coming. Hey, but check this out, Ayo. Just like CDubb say, all you gotta do is just play ball, bro. You consistent, like your shot. I used to always call you the baby mid range. You got the shot. You can do the pick and roll. You can finish at the rim. Just come and play ball. Relax and play ball. But you got a competition coming. It probably ain't no competition to everybody else on that Bulls team, but you got pressure coming, bro. And what I mean, you got pressure. You got Javon Carter. You got Kobe White. You got yourself. Hell, Alex Caruso. And I forgot what's his name from Phoenix, but anyway, hey, you got pressure coming. Either you eat or you get ate.
Mm.
And what I mean by you eat or you get ate, you just gotta come with it. You just gotta be cool, be calm, and just do you. Just play ball, bro. You got it on the defense. The offense, like CDubb said, what the fuck happened to you? Your first year was cool. Your second year, you disappeared like a spirit that you don't see no more. Now we can't have that. So your new identity is you know what you gotta do. Your new identity is pressure. So if you come to training camp and thinking this Billy Donovan just gonna start me a point guard. No, son. No. You got two more people in front of you that's trying to fight for that starter point. So you gotta do you. If you want to start how you started when Alonzo Ball got hurt, that's how you gotta come out playing aggressive. You got potential. Ain't shit bad about it. So just do you. All you gotta do is just do you, son. I'm gonna tell you again, either you eat or you get ate. Either you play ball, get your bread, or you sit next to Billy. It's up to you how you want to handle the situation. But I know this ain't gonna be no slump year for you. Your second year was some year. Your third year, I see you're gaining weight. You're putting in work. Hey, we gonna see what training camp get in another 3 weeks. You better know your mama watches everything the boys does. I watch everything Cunningham Gang does. I watch everything Hayes does. Listen, I'm a Bulls fan. Wherever you go, I'm going. I'm a following motherfucker. So you don't listen. Just do you, Ayo. That's all you gotta do, son. I ain't got too much bad to say. You know, you my son. I never talk down on you, but I will whoop your ass though. And I ain't going no yelling at you like I did last season. I'm not doing that. You're not a kid. I'm not gonna pamper you. I ain't gonna hold your hands out. Oh yeah, it's okay. And then for Billy, it was majority of your fault. Why Ayo was up and down. You want to get him in, you take him out.
All right, that's Auntie's corner for y'all.
Perfect.
Y'all heard what she said. CDubb, go ahead so we can get up out of here.
Hey, this is perfect, man. This is the perfect take for Ayo. He need that. And let me just say this really quick for Ayo. Ayo, you just got your bread. You just got that bread, my guy. And that don't mean you lax. That don't mean you could take it easy. You made it. That means they're gonna judge you like a veteran now. You go out there and you don't perform. Well, guess what's gonna happen? Guess what's gonna happen, Ayo? You may be got the benefit of the doubt when you still on that rookie contract, but now they expect you to play like how much he getting? $7 million. What he get? $6-7 million a year?
Yeah.
They expect you to earn that $6 and $7 million per year, Ayo. So we expect to see some growing up this year. That's all I got to say, Ayo.
Facts. And I let Unc and Auntie say it all for me. That's it for today's episode, for sure. Make sure y'all subscribe here for all your latest Bulls content. If you want to be a part of an episode like this, call in 773-242-9219 and let us know if the Chicago Bulls guards can compete with other guards around the NBA. We say yeah, but let us know what you think. This is another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
Cognac. Gang.